Hey guys, welcome back. This is 1940, turn 4 for Japan. Japan is now looking at its final conquest for China. So now they won't have much to worry about in the way of the Chinese. So let's get into it. Alright, so starting off with purchases, Japan is buying an aircraft carrier, 2 destroyers, a fighter, and a tank. Going to combat now. So we have the Japanese tank going into Sikang and attacking into Singhai along with this infantry and artillery. The Japanese are going to launch an offensive into the Shan State from Siam, French Indochina, and this mechanized infantry from Hunan. The Japanese are going to attack Celebes and Dutch New Guinea, so that way they can take away one of the strategic objectives from the Anzacs. So we'll start with those two, since they're already going into unoccupied territory. So the Japanese land and infantry and artillery into Dutch New Guinea, which will remove this one. So the Anzacs no longer have that one. Then they drop down into Celebes for three more IPC. Japan is catching up with the United States in the IPC realm. So now we'll go to the Shan State. The Japanese are attacking again with 2 infantry, a mech, 3 fighters, and 2 tactical bombers. All right. So we have the 3 infantry units for 1. I got 1. And then the 3 fighters for 3. And that's that. Okay, and then the British and Australian defenders got 1. Not a good trade-off, but a decent one. So the Japanese will now move into the Shan State. For 1 IPC. Oh. So, Shan State. And then, real quick, even though it's for the non-combat, I'm just gonna quickly do it right now. And the fighter are coming back. Oh, and then I forgot there is a strategic bombing raid. So the bomber and fighter, with the help of the airbase, went 1, 2, 3, 4. The fighter will land in Yan'an, and the bomber will make it back to Guangxi. So we'll do that quick. The Brits are not going to scramble that fighter. So just the AA defense against the two bombers. And they both missed. Alright, so then the 2 bombers roll a total of 7 damage to that factory. That's not good. That's going to cost they're not going to have a lot of IPC to build up from that. Okay, and then finally we go into the final attack against China. So they take Sikang for 1. Whoops. And then, like I said, we got infantry Oh, we got an infantry, an artillery, a tank, and 2 fighters. Okay, so the infantry and artillery for 2. That's 1 hit. Tank and 2 fighters, and the tank and 2 fighters for 3. They got the last 2. Alright, so then the Chinese have 3 defenders. So 3 infantry for 2. They got 1. But Japan has completed its conquest. Japan has completed its conquest of China. And they are now at a higher IPC value than the United States. Whoop. Okay, let's see here. So now we'll actually go into the actual non-combats at this point. Okay, so those fighters, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll land these fighters in Senshi. They'll be out for a turn, but that's fine. Down here, whoops. Down here, we will pull all of our forces in to Yunnan. These 3 fighters will come into Yunnan. The 2 strategic bombers go back to Guangxi. Next. Okay, this transport's gonna come up here, pick up the 2 units in Hong Kong, go 1, 2, and they're gonna get dropped off in the Philippines just to garrison the islands. This fighter and tactical are going up to the home islands to land on that carrier. And then there was another tactical in Guangxi that's going to come up here, and it will deploy. It'll land on the new carrier when it deploys. And then I got these 2 destroyers are going to come out and play picket. One's going to go to 16. And the other, let's see, this one will go to 24. Kind of create a picket against the Americans out there. What do I want to do? I don't know if I want to move my ground units off of Japan yet. But, let's come back to China quick. The Mecca is going to go 1, 2 into Henan. Okay. And then, meanwhile, here are the Kido Butai off of Hainan Island is going to go 1, 2 back to 19 to 2 off of Okinawa. Let's see here. What else? And that's all that down there. Like I said, I think my biggest thing is trying to decide if I want to move my ground forces off of Japan yet, or if I want to leave them for a bit. No, I think I'll leave them for now. Okay, so we'll go to deployments. Okay, so starting off. So in the waters off of Japan, the carrier with the tactical and the new fighter, along with 2 destroyers. And then the tank is going to be built here in Guangxi as well. Okay, so that is all of the purchases and non-combat. So we can move to collect income. Let's see here. Oh, Japan actually I think, made one at Sumatra, Java, and Borneo. Oh, no, they don't have Sumatra or Java yet. My mistake. Okay, so Japan does not have any of its strategic objectives, so they will get a base 53 at the end of the turn. All right, so that is the end of the Japanese turn. They're on the move, and they finally completed their conquest of China, so who knows where they will go next. So we will kick it off now to the United States. So we'll see you then, guys.